Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the live stream today. I'm happy to see Gauri and Radhika and Malini already here. So, today we are going to speak about working with crystals in Reiki. Now, the first thing is, why do we use crystals, right? So, crystals are an energy tool that enhance whatever energy you are using. So, if you're using healing energy with Reiki and you want to enhance the effect, now there are a few basic types of crystals that we use in Reiki. So, the first one, of course, is this mala that I am using. Now, you also have these bracelets that you can use. There is also tumble stones like this, which you may use. This is a lapis one, and this is a rose quartz one. You may also want to use a pendulum, which is again good for dowsing and as well as helps with the healing. You may also use a set of pencils and a pyramid or a tumblestone in the form of a grid. Okay, so the idea is to use whatever is most comfortable for you. Now, ideally, each crystal has a certain period of time that it takes to harmonize with you. Okay, so when we use crystals, the first step is cleansing. The second step is harmonizing and integrating, which usually takes about 21 days for it to actually happen. And the third is stabilizing, which takes about 3 to 4 months. Basically, this means that when you are using a crystal, you would, when you receive it, require to cleanse it from any old or any other energies that it may be storing, because every time a crystal is sold, it has gone through so many hands before it reaches you. And then you have to think in terms of harmonizing and integrating it to you and your purpose. So, this usually takes about 21 days. And after that, uh, use that crystal for the purpose of healing that you have decided to use it for. And it takes a certain amount of time for that energy to become absorbed into your aura system, and then it stabilizes. So, what happens is once it has stabilized in your own energy, you no longer need to use the crystal, it stays with you, that energy. Okay, now what are the different uses for crystals? So, here are a few things that you can use them for. One is, of course, the chakra balancing. So, you have seen those seven different stones for the chakras, each of them in the Vibgyor format with colors corresponding to each of the chakras. You can use these in terms of tumble stones, or you can use the actual chakra stones which have the chakras symbols drawn onto them. Another one is for energizing. So for, you could use like these tumble stones that are there. You could simply program it for energizing and keep it within your aura system. So you could probably use it as a crystal also in terms of your bracelets. So same thing. Now these are the seven chakra bracelets. So you, for the same purpose, you can use it. Instead of using the tumble stones to do the charging, you can just simply wear this. Again, if say you are looking at energizing your intuition or trying to boost your intuition, then you can use an amethyst bracelet. So again, each stone has its own properties, and each stone can be used for something specific. Now, you can use them for grounding. You can use them for love and relationships. So the rose quartz is again very popular for that. You can use it to manifest a goal. You can normally program clear quartz very easily for manifesting goals. Another one that you can use crystals for is for meditation. So the idea here is that you hold on to the crystal during the time that you are meditating, or if it isn't, you can use a pendant or you can use the tumble stone, what, or just simply wear the mala. Idea is to use it only during the time when you are meditating so that you boost your energy created at that time. Another one popular use is for shielding and protection. So some crystals have the property of absorbing any negativity, and you can actually program. Stones that are popular for this are black tourmaline and hematite. So there are a lot of different uses, whether you are using it for yourself or you're using it for someone else. The basic process of working with the crystal is the same. The first thing that you do is you cleanse. Now, for cleansing the crystal, the ideal way is to just take the crystal and put it in salt, either cover it in salt or in salt water. Now, normally things like the bracelets and the malas and the pencils, you can easily put into the salt water. But when it is something like the pendulum, there is glue used. There is a possibility that if you keep putting it into salt water repeatedly, uh, there is going to be an issue, because after some time that glue is going to not hold, right? So what you have to do is, for such uh, contraptions, you just place it in a bowl of salt. Now there is some school of thought which says that you should be using only Himalayan rock salt and things. I do not subscribe to that. You can use your regular kitchen salt, there is no problem. Basically, salt itself is a crystal, and the idea is that it draws away the negativity from whatever is in the absorbed in the crystals that you're using for healing. uh, which reminds me, it also is a good idea to keep a bowl of salt with a couple of spoons of salt in any room where you're feeling that the energy is heavy or negative. That again works as a wonderful space cleanser. Okay, so now that we have finished cleansing the crystals, we move on to charging them. Now, there is the most simple method is where you would just simply hold it in your palm and you would start doing clockwise rotations with the intention of charging the crystal with positive energy for the purpose of healing. You can do this for everything from the pendulum to the mala to the bracelet, whatever crystal you're using. Since we are mostly Reiki mediums here, and those of you who have done level 2, you know that you can also charge using the power symbol. You can do the cleansing as well, in fact, using the harmonizing symbol, and you can do the charging using the power symbol. Then we move on to programming it. So now again, I'm going to use the same lapis. Lapis is ideal for the throat chakra, and it is a stone that's fantastic for improving your communication skills. This is ideal for people who are struggling with owning their truth or being able to speak out their truth completely. Okay, so for programming it, say for instance, if I wanted to be able to speak my truth clearly, the intention or the affirmation I would use is, I am speaking my truth effortlessly. And then again, the idea is to charge it for this particular affirmation. And while you are saying this affirmation, place it on the third eye chakra. This, irrespective of whichever chakra you are trying to do healing for, the programming of the crystal is always done on the third eye chakra. So you would use this over here, place it on the third eye, and give the affirmation that I am using, I am able to communicate my truth freely and easily. That is how you would be programming it. Now comes the process of the harmonizing and integration, which basically means that you will be holding on to this crystal every day, once a day, for the next 21 days, and saying the same affirmation to yourself. Basically, you are reminding yourself of the healing that you are trying to put into place, and you are boosting the energy that you are pushing towards that healing using the crystal. After you have stabilized, which could take 3-4 months, or it could happen within the next 21 days, you will know when you are done with the crystal. You will no longer feel the need. It is intuitive. Pay attention to your intuition and be guided by it. When you are done with the crystal, you need to deprogram it. So, similarly, you will place it in your palm, and this time, instead of clockwise, you're going to do anti clockwise rotations 21 times with the intention of cleansing the crystal. And then, of course, we go back to the first step of putting it into the salt water or with salt. So, this is how you would be using crystals for healing. So I'm going to quickly go into the question section now. Okay. All right. Louis says, I was going to ask one for psychic attack, but I'm guessing the tourmaline you mentioned is correct. Yes. If you are looking to dispel any negative energy that has come into your aura, of course, a good self cleansing with maybe this, shielding with the bar symbol. If you can do that for Reiki, you can do that. And then, of course, add your tourmaline. In case you don't have the black tourmaline, you may also use this the plain quartz, the plain quartz mala or a bracelet. Plain quartz is great to work with because you can program it for just about everything. So you don't have to go crazy thinking, that, oh no, I need a tiger's eye, or I need a lapis, or I need a turquoise, or I need an amethyst, or I need a seven chakra. Now, if you're into crystal therapy separately, go ahead and use all the different crystals that you want to. But if you're using it for Reiki, ideally there are only three crystal types that I tend to use. Those are the rose quartz, the quartz, and the amethyst. So you can program the quartz for just about anything. Rose quartz, because we tend to have a lot of relationship issues. And most of it is with our own relationship with ourselves. So if we use that and harmonize that, that works very well. All right. Then we have a question here. Okay, Abhinaya wants to know any crystal for aggression. I'm asking for my son. So again, I would say rose quartz. That is again a very harmonizing crystal. You can use it as a tumble stone under his pillow. You could still try and use that as a you can give it the intention, program it that his aggression is reduced, or he's, instead of focusing on the aggression, you can focus on making him more loving, accepting, and understanding. And you can program it for that, and then again leave it in his aura for 21 days. Please do the affirmations every day for him on his behalf. So that should help with bringing it down and harmonizing his relationships around him. Okay. Then Louis says, I'm still level 1 Reiki at present. Got tourmaline here, and she has pink quartz at bedside. Okay, wonderful. Great. Malini says, when I'm programming the crystal for someone else, do I still put it on my third eye? No. Good question, Malini. You would want to put it on the third eye of the person whom you are programming the crystal for. Very often, especially nowadays, you may not be meeting the person personally. So the idea here is to connect the crystal in your hand, whatever you're going to give to the person, to the third eye energy of the person. So you use the bridge symbol, connect both of them, and then do your programming accordingly. Okay. Abhidnya says, can we program the crystal for someone else if they don't want to program the crystals themselves? Yes, absolutely. Like I just explained for Malini, you can program the crystals for everyone. Very often, as a healer, you may be programming crystals for your clients who may not have any idea about how to, do the programming for themselves, but you do, and you do it for them. But do explain the process of what they need to do for the next 21 days or 3 to 4 months while they're using the crystal. So you can definitely program it for someone else. Abhidnya, do you have any crystal jewelry? Yes, I do. I do have the malas, and I do have a few bracelets with me. Uh, feel free to connect with me after the live, and we'll be able to see what you need. Okay. All right. You're welcome, Malini and Abhinaya. Okay, Shagun. Hi, it's good to see you. So long. Okay, which crystal we can use while doing meditation? Again, meditation specifically for enhancing your intuitiveness, go ahead and use the amethyst. Amethyst is again a stone that is dealing with the higher chakras, so it would be an ideal one for meditation. Okay. Any other questions? I think I got everyone's. Let me just take a quick look. Okay, I think I've covered everyone. You're most welcome, Shagun. Okay, so if we don't have any more questions, then I shall be ending the live, and I'm going to thank everyone who attended. And I'm looking forward to seeing all of you in the next Reiki recap. Thank you so much, everyone. Oh, so okay, Gauri has a question: how to use crystals for meditation? So while you are meditating, have it in your aura. So you can wear the mala, you can wear the bracelet, or if you're using the tumble stones, you can simply keep them somewhere close to you, or just hold on to them if that is not distracting for you during the meditation. Okay, Gauri? All right. Okay, everyone. Thank you so much.